Alrighty, Chef Buck here, and tonight we're going to cook up a faux chicken tikka masala. Because it's not going to have chicken in it. I'm going to use jackfruit, canned jackfruit. Make sure you get the young green jackfruit because it has a very meaty quality. And if you've never seen canned jackfruit before, I envy you right now because this is so exciting. Maybe I'm overselling it. Maybe it won't be nearly that exciting. But we're just going to dump the contents, and look at that. It's a bunch of wedges of jackfruit. And we'll give them a little rinse off. And the only thing I'm going to do to this is cut it into some slices. Cut it into some smaller wedges. So we got our jackfruit sliced up. I'm just going to toss it in a bowl here. And then I'm going to season it up. So I'm going to add some chili pepper so that we'll have a little bit of heat in there. And I'll just toss it around there. What else can we put in here? I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder in here too, although we're going to use a lot of garlic in the dish as well. So I got some hot pepper on here and some garlic powder, and that's plenty because I'm going to have plenty of flavors in the sauce. And I've got a baking pan over here. I just got some aluminum foil, and I've kind of sprayed this lightly with a little bit of oil. And then I'm just going to stand my jackfruit up, and I want it to get some nice toasted edges around it. And you know, just looking at it, you know, it does kind of look like pieces of chicken, like chunks of chicken breast. Now I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and slide that in there and let that toast away a little bit. So I'm going to turn my burner up here on medium-high heat. Add me a little bit of oil in a sauce pot here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some cumin seeds in here. Cumin seeds are just fantastic in any kind of Indian recipe. And you should have your oil hot enough to where they get in there and they start sizzling right away. And you don't want to give them too much time by themselves. Boom, boom, boom.
Because they'll burn.
That's right. And then we're going to throw in our garlic. And I got like a crazy amount of garlic, especially for this small a dish. But you know, definitely do this to taste. And give this just a few moments on its own as well. And then we're going to throw in a super duper uber amount of onion for this size dish. This is like a medium onion, but it's a whole onion. I got this chopped up, and we're going to throw it in here and let these ingredients go for just a few moments. Alright, so these ingredients have been sauteed up here for a few moments. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my seasoning in there. A little bit of salt to taste, for the sake of making this recipe as easy as possible. Boom, just using a pre-made curd. And now we got our seasoning in here. We'll just stir it around and let it continue to saute away for a few more minutes. Alrighty, so I turned it down to medium heat, and I've had it sauteing away here for just a few minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some tomato in here, and I'm going to use 2 cans. One of them is going to be crushed tomatoes, and then I'm going to add a little tomato sauce as well. So I got a lot of seasoning in here, and I got a lot of onion and garlic, and I got a lot of tomato sauce. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat back up, and then we're going to let these flavors cook together for a while. While that's coming up to a bubble, let's take a look at our jackfruit in here. Probably had it in here for about 7 or 8 minutes. And they haven't really got any color on it. But the jackfruit is already cooked up. You don't really have to cook it. We're trying to dry it out and get it baked up and a little bit of flavor on there with that seasoning. So we'll just cook away for a little bit longer. Now a lot of times when I'm making a fancy pants chicken tikka masala, you know, I'll always use the cumin seeds, but a lot of times I'll put asafoetida, and sometimes I'll use a fresh hot pepper in here. But this is going to taste fantastic. Just this super simple preparation. You know, the key is having lots of curry seasoning in there and lots of onion and garlic. But we're going to go ahead and blend this too and make it even smoother. You know, so it'll be like the chicken tikka masala sauces that you get in the restaurant. Alright, so I brought it up to a bubble and reduced it down to a simmer. Now I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to let it cook away for about 10 minutes. You know, by then my jackfruit's going to be all through baking in the oven. We can just throw it in there with a little bit of creamy yogurt and blah, blah, blah. But you'll see that in about 10 minutes.
Mmm.
And it's cooked down a wee little bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. So let me pull this out and take a look at it. But look at the texture on that. See how it pulls apart? See how meaty that looks? You know, this is a great chicken substitute. It's a great pork substitute. That's why so many folks use this as a faux pulled pork.
Well, in terms of texture, you still got to bring the flavors.
Oh yeah, it definitely doesn't taste like chicken. But a lot of times, you know, chicken in recipes, you know, it tastes like whatever the recipe is. It tastes like whatever the flavor and seasonings are. So anyway, everything's finished cooking. But to make this more like a chicken tikka masala, we'll go ahead and take our little thunder stick, kind of smooth this out a little bit. And this is going to make the recipe extra creamy. Now we've got a lot of flavor in here, a lot of sharp tomato-y flavors. But with a chicken tikka masala, you want to add a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of creaminess to smooth it out, make it extra luxuriant. You can add as much as you like, but we'll try a couple of 3 heaping tablespoons.
Those were Chef Buck tablespoons.
That's right. But see how it really lightens this up? Now it looks a lot more like the chicken tikka masala you get in an Indian restaurant.
And you turn the heat off so that you don't cook or curdle the yogurt.
Yeah, the heat's completely off right now.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Now I'm going to go ahead and add my faux chicken in here, my jackfruit. That's all there is to it. And so just like you would do with the chicken tikka masala, you just add the cooked chicken in at the end. But here we're just adding in the jackfruit, and we'll stir it up. And that's all there is to it. You know, if you served somebody this here and told them it was chicken tikka masala, you know, 9 times out of 10 they wouldn't even know. You know, that's a made-up statistic. But, I mean, even the statistics that aren't made up aren't that reliable, I don't think. Doesn't that look like a fantastic chicken tikka masala? Now, I wish I had a little bit of cilantro to throw in here, you know, to add a little splash of color. But, you know, like a fool, I don't have any cilantro. You go, I just got a little bit of rice. Throw my chicken tikka, my jackfruit tikka on there. But I add a little bit of green onion chopped up, and that'll be nice enough. So there you have it, a little faux chicken tikka masala, a little jackfruit tikka masala. You know, with a chicken tikka masala, usually you make the sauce separate than the chicken, you know, and then you bake the chicken in the oven. You got a lot of different flavors. So here we're baking the jackfruit, and we're drying it out, giving it more of a meaty consistency. We've seasoned it up, but the jackfruit doesn't have a lot of flavor. But, you know, you put it in that thick, luxuriant, creamy sauce.
Oh my God.
Super easy to make, a lot easier to make than a traditional chicken tikka masala. If you want to print that recipe, go to myfoodchannel.com. You can print all our recipes there. I'll have some links around to some different jackfruit recipes. If you've got your own suggestion for a way to use jackfruit, you can throw it down in the comments there. We like to use it for a breakfast hash. You know, subscribe and like the video and blah, blah, blah. And we'll see you in the future.